Hello Internet, it's me Josh, the Aging Gamer. So, Nintendo just had a Nintendo Direct focusing on the future of the Switch and the 3DS. So did the Nintendo Direct deliver, or was it a bust? Let's go ahead and talk about this. Let's start by talking about the 3DS. So, yes, Nintendo is still keeping this 3DS system alive, with a few new titles. We got Dylan's Dead Heat Breakers, Sushi Striker The Way of the Sushido, and Detective Pikachu. We're also getting a lot of, you guessed it, ports! WarioWare Gold looks like a collaboration of Wario minigames, Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story plus Bowser Jr.'s Journey, so we'll get a bit of additional content to that port. We also got Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker and Luigi's Mansion. They look like a bunch of fun games, but if you ask me, this kind of seems like Nintendo's way of just kind of saying farewell to the 3DS system. To me, enhanced ports are just kind of meh. And two of these titles, Sushi Striker and Captain Toad, are also getting Switch releases. Now when I look at all of these titles that just got announced, I can't help but feel that they would all benefit from also being on the Switch. I know that the 3DS still has a huge fan base, but I can't help but look at some of these games like Luigi's Mansion and think, wow, that would be so much better if it was on the Switch. With that said though, I'm pretty excited for Detective Pikachu. Now let's get to the Switch stuff, and once again, let's get to all those ports! Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, Undertale, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, Little Nightmares Complete Edition, Okami HD, and South Park The Fractured Butthole. So yeah, ports! Although I gotta admit, these ones aren't so bad. They're pretty highly regarded, and I think will really work with the Switch and the Switch fanbase. I mean, chances are, if you're a big fan of Nintendo properties like Zelda and Mario and all that, there's a chance that you're into games like Crash Bandicoot, Undertale, and Okami. I gotta say too, I've always wanted to play Captain Toad, something I've never played before, but it looks like a really fun game. The thing I'm concerned with is, yeah, it adds some more Mario Odyssey levels in there, but this is likely going to be a $60 game. When you look at the Wii U, that version is only $29.99. So is $30 really going to benefit me more? Does Nintendo have more up their sleeve to kind of convince me to buy that? I know they've been really steep with their prices on ports, like Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze for the Switch is also going to be $60, which makes no sense considering it was only $50 when it was released on the Wii U, and it's a 4-year-old port, but, I don't know, maybe I'm thinking too much on it. I'll see what happens. Another interesting game that Nintendo talked about was Dark Souls Remastered, and it's coming with its own amiibo. I've never played Dark Souls, so I don't get the significance of the whole pose thing, but that's cool. There's also going to be a, quote, network test before the game is released, so we'll get a chance to demo it. That's pretty sweet. We also found out some more info on Octopath Traveler, which I'm assuming is the official name of it now. Before it was just Project Octopath Traveler, with working title underneath, but they just referred to it as Octopath Traveler. And guess what? It's coming out July 13th. I am pretty damn pumped for this game. This is the kind of RPG gaming I want to see from Square Enix, not all this crap they're doing with Final Fantasy. It's this, taking the basic concepts but pushing it into innovative ways. It looks like classic RPG fun, but fresh enough to where you won't feel like you're playing a game from 1994. In other quick tidbits, Hyrule Warriors is coming out May 18th. ARMS is getting another global test weekend. Classic Kirby characters are making an appearance in Kirby Star Allies. Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes got a short trailer showing off the different styles of gameplay. It looks to be very different from the games that came up before it. The game looks pretty cool, but you know what it really needs? More ports! How about No More Heroes 1 and 2, re-released on the Switch? Now, Nintendo spent a lot of time talking about Mario Tennis Aces and Splatoon 2 DLC. I suppose you could say these were the highlights of the Nintendo Direct. Mario Tennis Aces looks pretty legit. It's got a bunch of cool features, a story mode, more characters, and overall it looks like a really solid game. With that said though, I've never been a big fan of any of the Mario sports games. I mean, the Mario Tennis for the GameCube was pretty fun, but personally, I can't justify spending $60 on a tennis game. but to each their own. At least this game actually looks fun, unlike the one that was released on the Wii U. Splatoon 2 is getting the version 3 update, which adds what you'd expect, new clothes and stages. The big news, what Nintendo also announced, was the first ever paid DLC being added to Splatoon 2. It's called the Octo expansion, and you'll be taking control of Agent 8, an Octoling, not an Inkling, in a single player experience where you'll play some new levels and see some story elements with returning characters. Also, after you beat the expansion, you'll be able to play as the Octolings in multiplayer. That's pretty cool, but how much is this DLC going to be? Well, it's going to be 20 smackaroos. To me, that seems a little bit steep. $10, maybe $15 is alright, but $20 for a couple of stages I'll probably only play once, and basically some new hair options for my character is a bit much. But Splatoon is pretty freaking popular, so I'm sure a lot of people have no problem dishing out the extra dough to enhance their experience on an already really good game. And that was it. That was the Nintendo Direct.
Well, actually, we have one more announcement.
What? Yeah! Super Smash Bros. Is coming out to the Switch in 2018? That's this year! And it's adding Inklings as a playable character. Nothing else was really said about the game, but you know what? They didn't have to. Smash Bros. Coming out in the maximum of 9 months? That's awesome! There's a lot I want to say about this Smash, so I'm going to be recording a separate video immediately after this one, so stay tuned. Now, with all of this said, was the Nintendo Direct awesome, or was it lame? Well, I think it was somewhere in the middle. Smash Bros. Really saved it there at the end, but other than that, it was a lot of talk about, again, ports. I don't have a problem with ports. Undertale and Dark Souls piques my interest, but I do want to see that Nintendo and other developers are working on new stuff as well. The new stuff from Nintendo, like Mario Tennis Aces and Splatoon 2 DLC, is pretty mild, but I believe it's just to hold us over until June when E3 hits, and then we'll get a truckload of awesome news there. And something to note too, most of these games that were talked about are releasing within the next couple of months, so when they do have that Direct at E3, almost everything from this Direct will already be released. If Nintendo did the Nintendo Directs like every 3 months like this, that would be awesome. So all in all, I am pretty hyped right now. A lot of people thought 2017, Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, how is Nintendo gonna top that? Well, Smash Bros. Is a pretty good start. Adding more Splatoon stuff, Kirby, Octopath Traveler, Dark Souls really helps too. And what's crazy is Nintendo didn't even touch upon the big games that we already know about, like Bayonetta 3, Metroid Prime 4, and the new Fire Emblem. I'm just totally stoked, but what about you guys? What did you think of the Direct? Think it was awesome? Think it was lame? Let's chit-chat in the comments. I thank you guys for watching, and it really mean a lot to me if you liked and subscribe, support my channel. I'd appreciate it. It doesn't even cost you a thing. So, like always, I thank you guys for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later.
Quick attack! How was that? Did I do it?